Hey, and welcome to week 2 of Web Design 1. I am your instructor, Andrea. I'm also known as Happy. And so this week, got a few things to go over. This week, you are going to create a 3-page appropriate, and I had to put that word in there because you want to make sure that it is school friendly. An appropriate national day of your choice from the National Day calendar. Now, this talks about the month of August, but it'll be the month that you're actually in. If it's the spring semester, it'll be the month of February, more than likely. You're going to build a website around your chosen day. You want to make sure that you're only using HTML5 technologies to create your page. When you finish, you're going to submit that link that you create on the W3 Spaces page here. So real quick, I'll show you the W3 Spaces. This is W3 Spaces. It is spaces.w3schools.com. When you are ready to, let me make this a little bit smaller. When you are ready to create your page, I have a few pages, so that's why it's showing you that. But let's see if I can get it to. Anyway, so I have a few pages in here, but yours should look a bit different. Usually when I go to W3 Spaces, it could be because I'm in condensed. Yeah, it is. I'm in condensed mode. Okay, that's why. Okay, so I'm going to bring this out. All right, so you're going to, when you get here, you'll hit create a space, and then you can either drag and drop your pages in, or you can do it by, what do you call it? You can do it by actually finding the files. But anyway, there's a way to, all the instructions of how to do it are here on this page. There's going to be a link inside of your course material that'll tell you how to navigate here. And it's going to be this one. It's just 5 steps. Pretty much you log into your account. Once you create it, you go to Spaces. You find a space where you want to upload your files. You enter that space by clicking the name on 3 dots, and then you click to upload the file. So here, if I go to create a space, I would upload. So I'm just going to hit this test for students. It's one I already have for created, but you're going to create a space, and whatever you name it is what's going to be here. And then you can go over here to upload files, and then you can upload all of your files. So like if I had 5 things to upload, I would select them all, upload them, hit open, and they would all come in. So that's one way. Or you can have your Finder window side by side and just drop the files in, whichever one you want to do. So I'll show you real quick. If I go to create a space, and I'm going to call this, I can name it right here. And so I'll name it Fun with Students. Okay, so fun with students. It has to be all lowercase. Okay, so fun with students. So if I name this, I'd say I can't win today. Let me see, fun site. Okay, or fun page. Okay, so if I name this fun page, that means my URL will be funpage.w3spaces.com. You see that? So it's whatever you name here. See how I have fun page, and then it's going to be .w3spaces.com. So let me go ahead and zoom out there, and it'll look just like this. So when I click that, I can go ahead and upload my, I'll just go ahead and do it and change the name later. Okay, so I can click here. And it's going through and creating. That's why that's grayed out. It's taking a minute, but it's going through and it's creating it. And then once it creates it, I'll be able to just upload the file. So you know this step because I showed you this one. Now I can go to one of my ones that are already created. Test for students. And then, so let's say that that's the one that I just created. And then I would hit upload files. And then the Finder window will come up, or the Windows Explorer window will come up. You can grab your files and then you'll upload them and you'll have them here. So that is how you upload it. It's pretty easy. Again, the instructions will be there, but that was a quick rundown of how to do it. And again, there's the file. You'll have this file inside of Blackboard as well, inside of your assignment. Okay, so this is our textbook. You guys should be familiar with this. This is w3schools.com, and this is our HTML textbook that we're going to use. So what happens is, let me go back so I can show you. You're going to, when you go to w3schools.com, you'll come here, and it's going to say learn the code. And you go down here where it says HTML, you'll click on learn HTML. And then if you later on in life, when you want to learn those other technologies, you can learn them, but you'll click on learn HTML, click that. And then this is pretty much our index of stuff that we're going to go over and learn. Okay. So that is how you get from A to B and get here. And then this is our National Bake for Family month of February. So, well, actually, this is our National Day calendar. So when you click on the assignment and you click on this National Day calendar, it's going to take you here. And even though that this assignment says, it says August, it should say whatever month you're in. So it should say, if you're in spring, it should say probably February or something like that. All right, so it's going to bring you here. And then, well, it's actually going to bring you, let me go back one. It's actually going to bring you here. And I think when you first get on, it's set like this. So you'll see it like this. So to bring you to February 1st, the first day of February, but you have options. You can view it by weeks or you can view it by months. You can also do the list overview if you like, which is typically what I would do. And then you'll see all of the holidays and then you just pick one. I chose, I think I was gonna, well, now we're at a different one. So let's just see. This yogurt day. And the reason I chose the national calendar is because you have so many options. So instead of me saying, hey, you're gonna do a site on sports day. No, I gave you a whole bunch of options. You have so many, look at that. National Peppermint Patty Day. Who doesn't want to do that? National Make a Friend Day. You can National Spilled Milk Day. And the other thing I like about this site is it already has the words for you. So you don't have to think of words. You can now, you can choose your own words. You can go find other words. It's up to you. But it's nice to already have the words in here. Your images that you use whenever you do these, you're going to find your own images, not the images that are here. And they have to be of good quality. This is a design class. Remember, it is web design. So a part of your grade is based on design. So keep that in mind. I have videos in there to go over some design techniques for those of you who design is in your background. But anyway, so you can choose one of these days. There's National Cream Filled Chocolate Day, Valentine's Day, whatever you choose. I'm going to choose Valentine's Day. So if I click on one of these and I'm going to click on Valentine's Day shows up, a little bit of history about it and things like that. So I love, like I said, that all the text is here. I don't have to use all this text either, and I'm not going to. But it is kind of cool that everything is pretty much here for me. So I have stuff for one page, stuff for another page, stuff for another page, things like that. All of these ads. Oh my goodness. Okay. So that's pretty much your assignment for this week. And that's what you're going to do. So let's go over here to Dreamweaver. Let me make sure I didn't leave anything out. National Day, HTML. Nope, I didn't. Okay, sweet. All right, so we're gonna go over here to Dreamweaver. And the way I like to work is I like to have the browser over here and I like to have Dreamweaver here. So what I wanna show you first real quick is I'm gonna pull my, this is my Finder. So, well, yeah, this is my Finder because I'm on a Mac. You're on a PC, you'll have the Windows Explorer. But we're gonna open up our Finder window, and I'm gonna go to Documents, because I'm gonna show you how to set up your file no matter which code editor you're using. So if you're using Dreamweaver is the one that I'm going to be teaching you from, but you can use any code editor that you want. You just have to know that your troubleshooting is going to be on you versus the people who are using Dreamweaver can troubleshoot with me. So if they have any issues, but if yours is coding issues, it's, you know, it's all the same. All right, so I'm going to go to my documents. I'm going to go to Documents, and then I'm going to find I have a folder called Web 1 Spring 2023. You name your folders however you want, but here's where our folder structure is coming in. I'm going to try to zoom in if I can, and I cannot, but if I hit Control, I can zoom a little bit. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start setting up my local root folder. So I am on a Mac, so I'm going to right click, I think same with the PC, and click a new folder. And then for my new folder, I'm going to name this. This is going to be my local root folder. So every local root folder is going to have the underscore LRF for this class. And so I'm going to type I'm going to type week2 underscore LRF. So this is my week2 underscore local root folder. So there's my folder. And that's the folder that I'm set. I am set. I'm going to go inside of that folder. I'm going to make an images folder, because every time you need an images folder. I'm also, even though we're not going to use it this week, I'm still going to make, because I want to stay in the habit of creating these two folders. So this is the CSS folder. Almost every website that you create is going to have an images and CSS folder. Now it can have other folders too, but it's always going to have an images and a CSS folder. So I'm going to zoom out, and now I have my local root folder created. And this works, like I said, with any code editor you're using. This is just pretty much setting up your local root folder. Okay, now we're going into Dreamweaver. Dreamweaver has two modes. It has developer mode and it has standard mode. I think there's a welcome screen for those of you who are using it for the first time. It's going to ask you about developer standard as well. So this is developer mode. Notice developer mode is pretty clean. And then if you go to standard mode is a little bit cluttered, but it's more user-friendly. So this is more user-friendly. This Learn tab is your best friend. It really is. It is awesome. It is tutorials curated by other professionals within the Adobe community for you. So that's pretty cool that's here. But in any event, whichever one you go for, just go for it. I'm going to go ahead and set up our site. So up here at the top where it says site, you see it next to window, right here. I'm going to circle here. Hopefully you're seeing that. Hopefully you're seeing my window. You should be. But the site is right in between find and window on the end. I'm going to click on that. When I click on that, I have an option of new site and manage sites. We haven't created this site before, so I'm going to click on new site. So in Dreamweaver, this is called setting up your site. This is one of the benefits of using Dreamweaver. If you set up your site, it helps you out in so many ways. So I'm going to set up the site. I'm going to name this one Valentine's Day. All right, so Valentine's Day. I'm going to, remember I set up that local root folder. So right here where it says local site folder, right there, I can actually click on this folder, single click, and I can go to my documents folder, and I can go into that Web 1 Spring folder that I have for this one. And look at that, there's my local root folder, week2 LRF. I'm gonna go ahead and choose that. So now my local site root folder, Dreamweaver knows where my local root folder is, yay. And I'm gonna go one more place. I'm gonna go over here where it says advanced settings. I'm gonna click on that little drop down. And right here, this first option that says local info, I'm gonna click there. I'm going to go up here where it says default images folder and click on that folder. And I'm see where it says week 2 LRF. I know that I'm inside of where I'm supposed to be. I always check this. And then I'm going to go over here to where it says images. I'm going to click on that one, choose it. And now I have my default images folder set. So now there's nothing else I want to do in here, just those 2 quick things. And I'm going to hit save. Okay, so now what we see over here is it says local files, and look at that. There's our site. There's Valentine's site that we just made, and it's showing us the images and the CSS. This is what I love about this. It organizes it for us. And when we need to move things and all sorts of craziness happens, it makes it so much easier. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to create new right here. And I have 2 screens, so showing up another one. Sorry about that. So I'm going to hit new document. Now over here, see how it says new document? Over here where it says document type, these are the type of documents that we are going to create. In this class, we're only dealing with HTML and CSS. We're not going to go any further, but that's what those documents are. And it's kind of cool because it puts the extension for you. So I appreciate that so much. Okay, so document type, right here where it says title, I can say Valentine's. And if you remember from last week, this is going to go right in between that title tag. Valentine's Day, February 14. Oops. Okay, so Valentine's Day, February 14th. What type of document? HTML5, always HTML5. For this class, we're only using HTML5. I'm going to hit create and watch the magic that Dreamweaver does for us. Notice last week you had to type all this in. Dreamweaver put that intro text inside of here. Again, this is the doc type. So just think we're talking to the browser, okay? So this whole thing is a love story to the browser, okay? So this first one, this is your doc type. This says, hey, browser, this is an HTML5 document. That's all this says. That's what this right here, that is all it says. It's, hey, browser, this is an HTML5 document. Then we have our HTML tag. And then we have our HTML closing tag. There's our starting tag. Here's our closing tag. The difference between the starting and the closing tag is that slash. I know you guys know this. I'm just, refreshing. And then if I select it all, this is the HTML element, because an element is the starting tag, the closing tag, and everything in between. So that's an HTML element. Now, if I selected this one, that would be, I know you're telling me, I can hear you saying it. Yes, that's a head element, because that's the heading, everything in between, and the closing heading tag. Remember, an element is everything between the open tag and the close tag. So this element is the head element, and it is the open head tag and the closing head tag. So if I selected this one, what would that be? I know I hear you say it. I know you said it. I know you said that means that's the title element, and you would be so right, because it is, which is awesome. All right. So this is an empty tag because there is no close tag. And the reason there's no close tag is because there's no content in between it. The open and the closed tag are elements, and they have content in between them. This empty tag doesn't have any content in between it. So again, recap real quick. This is a tag. That is the open HTML. What type of tag? Open HTML tag. This right here is a tag. What type of tag is it? It's a closing HTML tag. This right here is an element. It is the, wrong. It is the HTML element. Everything in between it is an element. An element includes the open tag, the close tag, and everything in between. So this right here would be called an HTML element. This right here would be called a body element. There's nothing in between yet, but there is content going in there. All right. In order for you to see anything on your website, it has to be in between the body tags. The body has all of the information that you want the browser to display. That is the body tag. So in order for your information to be seen, it is going to be in between these body tags. All right. That pretty much concludes what I want to go over with you for this part. I'm going to go ahead and start another video, and then we'll go into actually building our page.